Israel, all praise to the Most High Yahushua. Israel is waking up. Come here, shout out.
Come here, shout out.
Right, you see all these beautiful brothers out here, strong warriors, beautiful sisters, man. Right, all these mighty strong warriors out here. Everybody coming up in the spirit, learning the true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this gospel, man. And coming back, this is beautiful to see, man. All right, you see all these strong warriors raising up in the spirit, because that's what the Most High is doing, man. Right. All right, but I want to address a few things going on in Israel. All right, give me 2 Peter 2:1. All right, I want to address a few things, and you give me Wisdom of Solomon 15:1. I want to address a few things going on in Israel. All right, so we're not here to throw out insults, to call names, to be condescending, but we have to understand, let Israel understand that we must keep the laws of the Most High. Right. All right, there's a lot of folly going on in this nation, and a lot of doctrine coming in that can be detrimental to the salvation of us as a people. So like I said, you know, we're not really here to do the insults and the name calling and all that, but we're here to let you know the stance of HOI and other brothers when it comes to the law, man. Wait, 2:1. Oh, it's like 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1.
It's 2 Peter 2:1. But there were false prophets also among the people.
The Lord said there were also false prophets amongst the people. All right, come on.
Even as there shall be false teachers.
There's going to be false teachers. Everybody's not set up to teach. It is what it is. Either the Spirit is with you or it's not. The Lord, from the Christians, from the other religions, from these other black power movements, to even Israelites that go off. All right, there's going to be false teachers. Come on.
I'm among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresy.
The Lord said they privily going to bring in damnable heresies. Now my issue is with a lot of these brothers with these different doctrines, they know who to go to with that nonsense. They're not going to come to the seasoned men. They're going to privily bring in damnable heresies. They're going to sneak a video into a brother's inbox that been in the truth for 5 months. They're going to sneak the recruit or the prospect that's coming up in your camp. They're going to slip a video up into his inbox. That's wicked as hell, man. They're going to privily bring in a damnable heresy. Right, come on.
Even denying the Lord that brought them.
And a lot of these brothers say we in the spirit of Christ. But when you say not to keep the Lord, you denying Yahushua. That's denial of Yahushua right there. All right, come on.
And bring upon themselves swift destruction.
The Lord said they're going to bring upon themselves swift destruction. So we're just here to let you know that according to the scriptures, you're supposed to follow the laws of the Most High. Right. All right, that's your salvation right there. You're supposed to keep these commandments. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. Right. Without, you're dead, man. You're dead and you're destroyed. Give me St. John 1:17. You read Wisdom of Solomon 15:1. Read that.
Good. But thou, O Yahweh, art gracious.
What? Art gracious. Yeah, brothers act like grace is a new thing. Back during the time of Solomon, Solomon said what about the Most High?
But thou, O Yahweh, art gracious.
The Lord said he's gracious. Come on.
And true.
And true. Go ahead.
Long suffering.
What is the Lord?
Long suffering.
Long suffering. The Lord is gracious. He's true. Solomon said that in the Old Testament. You act like grace is something new in the New Testament. Right. The Most High said he was gracious back then. Right. Come on.
And in mercy.
And in what?
In mercy.
And the Lord had mercy back then. All right, you act like that's something new when you read the New Testament and Yahushua. Come on.
Ordering all things.
So the Lord said he orders all things.
That's right.
So before you even get to the New Testament and talk about grace, long-suffering, mercy, the Most High was already dealing with that when Solomon stated that back during the Wisdom of Solomon. That's right. All right, read that, St. John 1:17.
St. John chapter 1 and verse 17.
Come on.
For the law was given by Moses.
The law was given by Moses. Come on.
But grace and truth.
But grace and truth. Read Wisdom of Solomon 15:1 again.
But thou, O Yahweh, art gracious.
Art what? Gracious. You act like grace is a new thing. The Lord was gracious back then. If it wasn't for the Lord's grace, mercy, long suffering, would not Israel have been destroyed in the Old Testament? Right. Look at how many times we rebelled. How many times the Most High brought us out of captivity and we rebelled again? But he was having mercy on us and dealing with us the whole time. That's what the incense and the propitiation and all that was about back then. All right, that's what that middle ground, that was the spirit of Yahushua back then. But brothers don't understand. You act like it's something new. All right, you act like, well, Yahushua came on the scene, Christ came on the scene, it was already there.
Hey, shalom, shalom.
All right, read on.
Inside, shalom.
But grace and truth came by Hamashiach Yahushua.
It said grace and truth came by Hamashiach Yahushua. And didn't Solomon just mention that the Most High was gracious, he was of truth, and he was long-suffering? It's the same thing. So you acting like it's some kind of new spirit coming to the earth. No, the Most High Yahushua told you that he speak the words of his Father. Right, give me Revelations 14 and 12. And you give me Sirach 15:15, I believe it is. Sirach chapter 15 and verse 15, and Revelation 14 and 12. I just want to link up some old and new links to show you that is nothing really new. Yahushua just brought a better understanding of the law, and he brought that, he brought that harsh punishment of the law that was against us. Yahushua came and he died for us, that now the Most High don't kill us on the spot. Good? But it's nothing. It's been the same spirit the whole time. It's just Yahushua had to come on the earth and walk the walk and talk the talk and show us in the flesh and teach us in the flesh that, listen, I'm not going against my Father. I'm just giving y'all a better understanding how to serve the Father and keep his laws. So read Revelation 14 and 12. Read.
Revelation chapter 14 verse 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Here's the patience of the saints. Come on.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High.
There you go. That's in the final chapter in the Bible. That's the final book of the Bible.
Right.
Revelation 14. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High. Yeah.
And the faith of Yahushua.
And have the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. Now give me I think it's Sirach 15:15. Read that.
If thou wilt to keep the commandments,
Thou wilt to keep the commandments. Come on.
and to perform acceptable
And
faithfulness.
to do what?
Perform acceptable
It's
faithfulness.
saying the
Same thing.
Old and new. God?
Con.
I'm not making this up. Or
Lie.
what the book says.
That's what it says.
It's the same thing. Read it again, brother. Right.
Revelation 14 and 12.
Go ahead.
Here is the patience of the saints.
Here's the patience of the saints. We're patiently waiting, keeping these commandments, these laws, these statutes, living in this kingdom. All right, it can be hard sometimes. Even though Yahushua said, take on my burden, is actually light. Right, because after a while you get used to the suffering and the affliction, and you say, I'm rejoicing in this. You understand? But the Lord said what? You have patience because you know at the end of this whole thing being destroyed, you're going to get that reward. You're going to get the kingdom. All right, so that's why Yahushua said in Revelation, here's the patience of the saints. So if the Spirit of Christ is teaching us that we're not under the law, why is he saying this right here? All right, read on.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High God.
That keep the commandments of the Most High power. God.
And the faith of Yahushua.
And the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. Now read that again.
If thou wilt to keep the commandments and to perform acceptable faithfulness.
The Lord said, if thou wilt to keep the commandments and perform acceptable faithfulness.
That's right.
So faith and the commandments go hand in hand. Old Testament and New Testament. God? All right, read on.
He had set fire and water before thee.
The Lord said he set fire and water before you. Come on.
Stretch forth thy hand unto whether thou wilt.
Go ahead.
Before man is life and death.
Before man is what?
Life
And death.
The Lord said before man is life and death. Come on.
And whether he liketh shall be given him.
Which one you like is going to be given unto you. All right, give me Jeremiah 8 and 3. Link that up. All right, Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 3. Which one you like is going to be given to you.
Yeah.
That's right.
So if you dealing with, why did Israel always get punished and go into captivity? This stuff is simple, man. This stuff is simple. We can go into the entangle again with the yoke of bondage and all that, but look at it on a simple level. All right, now getting back to what we was talking about, this book tells us keep the law. At least that's the way we understand it.
That's right.
By Hashem HaMashiach.
By Shema Mashiach Yahushua.
This book tells us to keep the law, teaching the truth in love. We're going to teach our congregation that we must rehearse these righteous acts till the Messiah come and get us out of here. And then we're going to do it perfectly. That's when the covenant is going to be within us. It's going to be naturally in us. And that's not hard to understand, Israel. All right, read that Jeremiah 8 and 3.
Jeremiah 8 and 3. And death shall be chosen rather than life.
The Lord said, death shall be chosen rather than life. Go back to Sirach where you was at. All right, go back to Sirach 15, I think it was 17 you was in. It said death going to be chosen rather than life. Didn't Sirach, Jesus the son of Sirach, say the same thing? He said, listen, which one you going to choose? Read it again.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 15 and verse 17. Before man is life and death.
Before man is life and death. Come on.
And whether him liketh shall be given him.
He said, whether him liketh shall be given him.
Whatever you
It's
want.
just a different way of saying what Jeremiah said. Read it again.
and death shall be chosen rather than life.
Gonna be giving you which one you like. Death gonna be chosen rather than life. Now you know, if we a lawless nation, we looking at death, man.
That's right.
That's all we saying, Israel. Like I said, man, we just here to make to state our claim. It's not about insults and being petty, but we gotta let brothers know where the doctrine stands at, man. Because some of y'all, you know, some of you new brothers and sisters out there, if you're not careful, you'll get swept up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to be on point and have the scriptures to back up and front. This is real easy, man. Just like the basic comparisons I'm showing y'all between Old and New Testament, the Most High Yahweh Shah is on one accord. It's nothing new. It's just a new understanding of the spirit that Yahweh Shah brought forth. But nobody telling us not just to be a lawless nation. All right, that don't make no sense. All right,
by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family.
It said by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family. A lot of our people going to choose death.
Yeah.
So if you choosing not to follow the Most High and do His commandments, you're choosing death, man. All right, come on.
Which remain in all the places whither I have driven them.
The Lord said that remain in all the places that I have driven them. All right, anywhere you go, you got to try to rehearse these laws. All right, that's what the Bible is saying. So Sirach said, which one you going to choose? You going to choose death or you going to choose life? You going to keep the commandments and choose life and live in Yahweh Shai, or you going to just do whatever the hell you want to do? All right, be a servant to Satan and you going to choose death. All right, what you got?
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you.
He said, I call heaven and earth today to record this day against you. Come on.
That I have set before you life and death.
I've set before you life and death. Come on.
Blessing and
It
cursing.
said blessing and cursing. Come on.
Therefore choose life.
It said, therefore choose life. Choose to serve the Most High and receive life. That's
right. That both thou and thy seed may live.
It said that thou and thy seed may live. Come on, you can't get around that.
Right.
So which one you going to choose, Israel? The commandments of the Most High and life. Done?
Con.
Give me Sirach 129. Here, you talking about the law, the law, the law, the law, the law. Every time a brother talk to you, you said, but what does the law say? Only to turn around and say we don't have to keep the law? That's total hypocrisy, man.